And it's your case that Kelly was going to write a book on this dirty area, and that's somehow connected to his death, is it?
Well, we're not sure exactly, what the reasons behind his death. Certainly, I don't buy the suicide. I certainly believe that David Kelly was murdered. Now, one of the things, we still have a lot of unanswered questions. This is very murky territory, but we do know, and confirmed it from two separate sources, that Kelly was considering writing a book, a tell-all book. We know this from an author by the name of Gordon Thomas, who was approached and asked by David Kelly if he would write the book, with Kelly. And we also know that shortly after his death, the police had raided a small publishing house in Oxfordshire called One World Publications, which is actually run by the Baha'i faith. And we should remember that David Kelly had
converted to Baha'i, yes.
And we had spoken with the editor of the One World Publications, and she had confirmed that indeed David Kelly they'd been in discussions about David Kelly writing a book. Now, obviously, David Kelly was subject to the Official Secrets Act, so we don't know, how far he could have gone. But my own hunch is that perhaps David Kelly was someone who was involved in a very dark area. This germ war is very, very dark stuff, because it is taking the life sciences and turning them into the death sciences. And he probably, believed he was doing the right thing and was on the right side. But I think that my hunch is that David Kelly perhaps was a man who had had a crisis of faith along the way.
Now, you made a movie, documentary. Now, it says here in my notes that the BBC and Channel 4 refused to air it. Had they earlier undertaken to air it?
No, they've both been approached and given the film, and they both, we got from the BBC basically saying this is an excellent film. We would love to air it, but I'm afraid the time is not right in our country to air this kind of films. Obviously, there's a lot of political pressure. It's a hot potato. We thought that, BBC perhaps, it might be difficult, but Channel 4 also turned it down. I just think it's also, like I said, it's a hot area, and we go in places where I think make people uncomfortable. Certainly, the powers that be.
No,
and it's not only in the UK, George. We have not been able to show this film in the United States, but it has been broadcast Germany, France on the Arte network, around the world. Was nominated for Prix Europa last year, so it's gotten a lot of respect.
And how can we see this, Bob?
Well, the film is available.
Can we buy it as DVDs or what?
Yeah, the DVD is available on our website, and that's anthraxwar.com. You can buy the DVD there, and we hope that to bring this film to a wider, I believe that the British public needs to see this film, and I believe this is something that we should all be concerned about, and that David Kelly's death is certainly, there's much more to it. There's something dirty there, and it shines a light and is linked, I think, to a lot of really bad stuff.
Well, I'll certainly be watching it. Thanks very much indeed, Bob Coen, filmmaker and journalist on the strange death of David Kelly.